Hi, everybody.
Hello.
It's good to see you. Look at all of them.
All these lovely people gathering.
Yes. This is my co-host today, Kevin Lewis, the healing medium.
Thank you. Thanks
And
for having me. Thanks for
yeah,
inviting me.
yeah. There's some interesting things we have to tell you guys and share with you. Before, when we were thinking of days to work together, I think it was about a month and a half ago, and I opened up my calendar, and they said that it had to be on the 24th, and there was something important that was going to happen on the 24th, and Kevin needed to be there. And so, thank you, Kevin, for being here, and thank you guys for showing up as well. Something really interesting is going to be rolled out. It's going to be this wave. Spirit told me when I was like, okay, well, what are Kevin and I going to do? And they showed me on the outside of the body that there was this wave that was going to happen, and it had something to do with soul wounds. So have you guys ever been interested in soul wounds or done any work around soul wounds out there?
It's interesting. Like I keep getting the hits on the placement, because I heard you just say outside of the body.
Yeah, that's where the waves were. Yeah.
There's significance in where we're placing them. Is what I'm hearing. I love it how you answer the call. I have to acknowledge that. How you answer the call of like those nudges. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
They don't really give me a choice. They come through and I'll act like all crazy, like crackhead JJ until it works. Like that's the energy that comes behind it. I'm just like, if I had to come to Canada to do this, I would have.
Okay. Showed up. And it's so funny. I know that you mentioned in about the weather changing around your house. And I sent you that picture because the weather was literally changing as you were saying it. The storm was rolling in.
Yeah.
Although I think
it looks a little bit better. I can see storms further out now, and the wind died down a little bit.
Interesting. They're saying there's something there. Yeah.
The shaman in me, though, I love a good storm. I'm like, come this way.
Yeah. The rumble.
Yes, I'll talk about a soul wound. Someone's asking for a definition of it.
Great question.
Okay, so when I'm doing shamanic work, energy work, healing language work, occasionally they'll show me where on somebody there might be a soul wound, and the way I understand it, and it can be different explanations for everybody. It's how you feel it as well. Is that like, for instance, if you have a wound in the back, like the back shoulder, that could, to me, it means a couple of things, and I'll sit there and I'll think about it. And so the people who might have a soul wound there will also have aches and pains in this lifetime. And they'll also, when we go a little deeper, we just think about when something comes from the back, it's something that you don't see. And then there's a whole bunch of emotions about that too, where for me, I think of, if something, let's just say in my past lives, I know that I've lost my head several times, for being the most fantastic soul there ever was. Some people did not want my head attached to me. So I've lost my head a couple of times. And so for me, that comes through as, is this a safe time to speak my truth? Is this a safe lifetime? Did I promise myself that I would never, ever, say certain things because that's how I lost, my head. That's how I interpret it. How about you, Kevin?
I love that explanation, and it leaves me asking, like, wanting to ask more questions about it.
Yeah.
And going a little bit deeper, I would throw out the question, where people are in recognition or not of where they would, again, put placement to their soul. And so the aspect of soul or spirit, sometimes those can be used meaning the same thing. So looking at it from that, I want to go back to the color because you said the red was important, and that was highlighted. Yeah, in the safety, the red and the safety part of it. And so, as you were also talking, I heard that we do have the ability to remove our own soul wounds.
Nice.
We do have this ability.
Yay. I was hoping.
Yeah, and when we come together, it can even strengthen that ability to move through those soul wounds. And so, yeah, I don't know if that was an answer to the question, but that's what I felt like saying. That's what they were nudging me to say in that. But I'm curious where people place their soul.
I have never asked myself that ever. And I'm so excited to explore that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I don't know. I just thought we were contained in these vessels.
Isn't that even that just to be in those like considerations
like screwing in a light bulb?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I will say what it's for me, because there are different thoughts around it, and that's great. And so this isn't to take away from where someone else might really firmly be in that connection with soul. For me, I don't recognize an actual place that it's not. And so I just feel the oneness with it. And so it's inside, it's outside, it's all around. I'm very simple minded. And so I like keeping things simple for me. And so, yeah, I usually don't go on this exploration of trying to, I don't know. It's very seldom that I do. So for me, I feel like I'm both. I'm inside and outside is where I place it. But
I love that.
yeah.
And so, yeah, some people, and he always gives some good input. Only a small part of us fits in these bodies.
Right. It's
so cool. That's so cool. Let's see what else they're saying. Oh, and there's other, share some things. Norse paganism. There are several different aspects to the soul that are focused in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you feel called to put that in the comments so we can learn. I'm so excited that you got that we can, because it's always like, is this gonna be heavy work? Is this like, if we brought this over from a past life, or I don't know. I've also heard some people say that there's like these robes, kind of like these stories hanging up, and when we come in, when we come into this earth experiment, we're like, yeah, I think I'll try that on. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be like paralyzed in this lifetime because I'd like to learn how to like really communicate better and trust people. And it's like all these little robes that you can put on. So I don't know. There's different ways to think about, is this my full story, or did I just pick some of the stuff up when I was coming in? Like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Yeah, and that they're bringing me back to the storm. So as the weather was changing, and I saw your comment, I looked outside and I went, "Oh my gosh, the weather's changing!" And I started to attach to it, and I was like, "Oh, I hope the power doesn't go out." I'm like,
that was my thought.
I'm thinking all of this stuff, and they're saying is the illusion of it. So we don't have to always attach to those illusions. And we can really, because the other part of what you said was like, I really like a good storm. And I was thinking, in the vibration of when it's like the thunder, it's assisting us. So if we're putting it into the human experience, it's like, some of the stuff that is heavy or not pleasant is actually assisting us as well. You know, so I paused when I looked out and I went, "Oh my goodness, it's beautiful." I have
Yeah.
eyes to look out and see. Yeah, I can see.
It's really fun because I'm on a ridge, so I can
Oh,
like see far out, and like you can see the storms. You can see like it's raining over there, but it looks heavenly over there. There's like sunbeams coming down over there. I feel like
that's interesting because I'm high up too.
you are. Look
I'm
at us.
I'm literally, yes, I'm at the peak of the mountain, if you will.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
yeah. It's interesting, and that allows our view to be different.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I should probably read some of these things.
do it.
Oh, there's other people. We get to have fun with all of these people.
Thanks everybody for being here.
Yes. Oh, Jason has something to say.
Let's hear it.
The soul is connected to the physical body somehow. I had a client whose healing was focused on the fact that the soul wasn't completely connected to the body and it was fixed. I've done that before too. Like Peter Pan and
Oh,
Tinkerbell. I had to like sew it in.
so
I'm
good.
like, here, this will help.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Life imprints. I love that. I love how you say that. Life imprints. Mm,
Yeah.
yummy. Scotland. We have somebody from Scotland.
Hello, Scotland. Where in Scotland? I'm curious.
Oh, and Spirit Watcher Suzanne, this is neat. They say, I feel that I am tethered to my soul.
Mm, yeah. And I love
Oh,
that
we have a new person.
new people.
Yay, hi.
Still pick it. Welcome. Oh, I don't see that. Okay, I didn't have the comments open. There we go.
Oh, do you see it? Do you see them all? And I think you should be able to comment too.
Yep, I can see it.
Yeah.
And Ireland. Ireland's here. I've been to Ireland. So good.
This person says, what is a master soul? And if identified as one, what is your life's path?
Wow.
Whoa. You know, I was actually just looking at, because I'm on the newsletter for I think it's Tom Moore that Debbie had, and on her channel on Freebird Spirit. And so I love getting his newsletters. They're so interesting. And he
Okay.
has, have you listened to any of those? So Tom Moore,
I listened to him, but I haven't read any of his newsletters.
yeah. Oh my gosh, you have to get on the newsletter because he asks questions for people. And like this last one that I just got was about a lot of like off-planet stuff. So I just love, he like puts these little teasers up, and I'm like, oh, I have to read that right away. But
I'll have to check it out.
but he was talking about how his guides, his people tell him about how there's, you know, young souls where they haven't really reincarnated a lot. That's kind of out of my wheelhouse with a master soul. Do you feel like you're one of those, Dakota?
That's so funny you just asked that. I felt there was something in the asking to be in that further recognition
Yeah.
and needing that little validation. Interesting. I'd be curious what they would answer.
Yeah.
Dakota. Hmm.
Australia. We're international.
We are around the globe. It's so great. Thanks everybody for being here. So good.
And beyond. I wish we could have a
Totally.
off-planet being here. I bet we probably do have one
Yeah, we totally do. I mean,
in the
come
comments.
on. Yeah. Oh yes. Okay, so she's answering yes. So interesting. Great. Yeah.
Oh, we have two Dakotas.
Oh, do we?
I was just looking at this Dakota too. Shadow dreams always open the soul to interests.
Oh wow.
I love these comments. Shadow dreams always open the soul to interests. Fascinating. Oh, I knew this was going to be good. Okay, so she said that she was.
Mm. It was interesting. I just have to go because
Mhm.
I'm feeling into. So I had a conversation. I believe it was yesterday, or I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before yesterday, about um, just for some souls in this earthly experience, it's their first visit, and we're witnessing some of these people who are having their first visit on the planet, and it's so great how spirit will then echo that. And so, without saying too much, I had an experience where spirit said that again. So it was almost like I was in this deja vu because I'm in this energy and I'm having this conversation out of doing I'm trying to be a little bit discreet here, but a session, and then just being in this conversation in a different way, and recognizing it again. So I don't know why they were making me mention that. So Dakota, the one about the master soul, there's something there.
Mhm.
There's something there that they're showing you. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and I'm actually getting like a tightness in my throat when
Mm,
you were sharing that story, and also connecting with Dakota. Um, Let me see where this takes us. I was also think maybe that's it too. I was also thinking like I would think there would be some common places if this is something, some trauma that we might take from previous lifetime. Is I would think that the throat, the heart, um, I'm not sure if the mind. Where would you think would be some good? Definitely the throat, though.
yeah. Um,
I guess it depends if you're like a soldier and that's how you die, or I don't know. Yep, Kimmy J says um, they once had a reading and was told this is your 29th incarnation on Earth.
mm.
Cool. Happy birthday. But we have had many incarnations on other planets. Yeah. Yeah. Like, what do we do with that? Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And even, I mean, and not in the judging way, but as I feel into it, it's like that feels new to me, for the 29th time. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it feels still new. There's still newness in that. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Dakota Deb. Let's see what Dakota Deb is saying. So you got the message that we can go ahead and that, which makes sense, that we can clear soul wounds ourselves,
Yeah.
which I love.
That resonates absolutely. Hmm.
And then you get to decide, like, am I ready to put, this down? Like,
Hmm.
am I ready to lay this down? Have I learned what I like needed from this? So it's like, so for instance, like with my throat area, or people with the throat area, I wonder if you just focus on like whatever part of your body that you might have reoccurring aches and pains, or feel like you might have a blockage. So we get to view it like that, and this beautiful wave, this beautiful wave, it's like it harmonizes with the I don't really want to say shadow, but I do. It harmonizes with the shadow of this, and it becomes just part of the fabric. It's just part of the story. And it almost gets woven into this wave. Like this beautiful, and the wave goes on and on. It's like a forever wave. And it's like, thank you, thank you, thank you for releasing this this part of your story. And it's just showing me it's music. It's like this beautiful music with different notes. Like playing the piano. And when you're playing the piano and you hit one of the keys and it's like, it's a little off. I think what that would do to like a ripple of light, it might like, bloop, might be a little bloop, but if this wave goes on and on forever, eventually, it'll make room for that bleep. Does that make sense?
Yeah. A couple things. One, just acknowledging Richie saying, has a great question about, maybe I passed it. Where did it go?
Is it the one that says, is the master soul?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I heard yes in that first part, in the master soul related to higher self. I do feel a connection in that. Absolutely, they're saying. I don't have more than that, but the other part while you were talking was the placement. I know I said that a couple times, but they're wanting to empower us around the choice of where we place the wound. And so they're saying in the humanness we have some it's like responsibility. There's stuff there where because they're showing me all of the like the auric field, so within our aura, and it's like there's all of these layers to that, and it like works its way down to the body and then the physical. And where we place the wounds, sometimes there's a carryover. So as we leave this earthly experience and we bring the soul aspect is what carries on in transition, and in that movement sometimes they're saying carryover. There's carryover in that, but we have the ability while we're here to release that. And so that in that carryover we are through that. And I feel like that's the part of one of the reasons why we're here on the planet, so that we can do that, because it's so stemmed through the emotion, they're saying, and they want to empower us through the words of choice. Are saying that we have choice. It's bigger than choice. Bigger than choice. And so as we carry on in that identity, we can release that. And it helps when we come together, because it can be overwhelming on our own to do that. So we do come together and we can move through that. Yep, that's the wisdom. That's the wisdom. There's...
Oh my gosh, you have to hear this. A holiday house. When my son was 5 or 6, he told the religious ladies at school that the body was the holiday house for the soul. Or did he say spirit? It's a while ago, but reminded me to never underestimate children.
So wise. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
Dakota, if you're talking, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Something behind me? Goat skin or synthetic? Are you talking about... You let me know what you're talking about, because I don't know what Bodron is. Yeah, kids are very intuitive, and you know what's really cool is that I still kind of feel like we're kids. So guess what? We get to do that too. It's not like our time is over. God, no. We get to do it too. So I think that might be a little bit of this as well.
Yeah, and they're going back to that, like even in the 28th Earth Walk, that's still child. It's still like, it's still, it's still young. It's still young in that.
Yeah. And when I was in this place, I was had gone on a hike, and I looked down, and Mother was there, just like Mother Earth, or like the grandma elder, and she was saying to me, look what I can do over time. You're so young. And it's just like this river had carved and carved and carved, and they were just like, you're so young. Look what I've done.
Right.
Like we're just toddlers. Let's see. Jason says most of us, if not all of us here now, are here to release collective traumas from Atlantis and Lemuria. That's that. Yeah. And that's what that Tom Moore has written books about that.
Okay.
About his lifetimes in Atlantis and Lemuria. So that's interesting that you say that. Yeah. I wish we just I know we came here and we have to have some sort of the not remembering of everything. And there's a reason for that, I guess. But it would be so cool to just know the history of stories that we're interested in, like Atlantis and Lemuria.
Richie's question is catching my eye too. And they were going back to that part where we were connecting around the globe, and then they were saying in that back to our auric field within that's the connection that we have to all of the other planets and dimensions, and in that etheric layer. It was just like, yeah, it's all there. So that makes perfect sense what Jason was saying. So would the soul wound be on the outside of us because it is not a part of our soul contract, but it's a part of us, and that's where choice is if we choose to heal? Interesting.
Ooh,
yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I'm getting a yeah.
Wow.
Wow, you're onto something, Richie.
Well put together, Richie. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah. And then someone else was also talking about like poor health. They were just wondering if like soul wound would be poor health. And I think that could definitely be a part of the puzzle. I mean, there's so many other things for health, but like environmental and whatnot. But just thinking, I kind of love thinking about what you said, Kevin, with it being on the outside of us as well, like all around us. I guess I always thought like a soul wound, like it's so dense, like our body is so dense. And if I think about the soul wound, like being on the outside, maybe it's a little bit easier for my brain to comprehend releasing a soul wound.
Interesting. And you know what they just put together there, and they just showed me that circuit, if you will, is that, and this might sound elementary to, it's an aha for me that the revisit on the earth plane is the opportunity to further kind of repair the soul wounds that we carry over. Interesting. I don't know, that's aha for me, but wow.
You'll see me get a little bit lighter because I just got blinded. Sun blindness. Because I took down my curtains. I kind of jumped the gun. I took down my curtains and my blinds so I could put up curtains, and I don't have my curtains. That was
light shining.
Yeah. But I counted my, what is it? Don't count your chickens before you're 8. I don't know. I'm terrible with sayings.
Before they hatch.
Yeah.
And yes, for those of you that are asking, we're doing the whole new double stream. So JJ's hosting this, and I'm simultaneously streaming this through my YouTube page as well. So that is that.
We're mixing it up.
Mixing it up. Mm-hmm.
And dreams too. Somebody is bringing in about the dreams, and how I'm wondering how dreams can tell us about maybe some things that we can release as well, or even asking, can I see in my dream time what it is that like what my soul wants to share with me. Like what I just love thinking of it as what would my soul need? What does my soul need right now? Like everybody just like ask themselves.
Well, the Me Talks card, repairing the body, mind, and spirit.
Yeah.
So yes, I feel that's validation to your question of can we access that in dream? Absolutely, they're saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it can be a little confusing because I guess some people are like, where are these comments coming from? Because I can see both comments on your page and my page.
Yeah.
And some other people. I've been on live streams before where they have it on other social media, and I'm like, where are these questions coming from?
Right.
Why did I not see that question? But yeah, I really do. I think the big part about today's live stream was opening up the conversation and opening up our brains to this and our hearts and our souls to this. I feel like our team is just really happy that that they nudged us here. I feel like we did a good
And
job.
this feels like a good time to share the part. So we got extra excited so I have the my cell phone propped up beside because I watch on my live YouTube channel, and underneath it I have a book. And Spirit said to pull out the book, and it's called Soul Rise. And I literally opened. I said, JJ, I said, Grandma Shirley watching. I said, strike me down if I'm not telling the truth here, because I opened the book, you guys, and look at the page. New Wave. And the JJ, I don't know if this was Tutah or JJ, called this the wave.
Yeah, Tutah. It was all about the wave. Mm-hmm.
So good. And the soul wound. So it's just interesting with the new wave coming from Soul Rise. And so another layer to that validation was that it's on page 22. And so I'm going to read it to you all because I feel like let's gather closer and read. I always liked it when the teacher would read. I would be like, cozy time. So this is what the new wave from Adam Berry. It's not out of reach and it's not out of sight. Although we all feel like giving up on the fight, the Great Spirit does call to us from up above, trying to inspire minds to act as they should. We just have to accept that this will take time, trusting in the architect's plan a day at a time. One day we shall rejoice in the oneness for all, a soulful renaissance of the spiritual call. No ego to run from and no selfish intent, only community and values on our time spent. Our family, our friends, our neighbors, our lovers, our children, our pets, our sisters and brothers, true kindness for all in our thoughts and our deeds. It's what the world craves for and what it truly needs. As we work on ourselves and feel the divine praise, there are basic principles for the spiritualist. These are the basic principles for a spiritualist new wave.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I got some visions this time when you were reading that, and it brought me to these ruins that I visited. They were just kind of talking about time again, like a time frame, and it's just like, well, at one point this was thriving. This was a thriving. Stories were held here. It wasn't ruins. It was actually something, and they were bringing me to it's that sweatshirt I wear all the time that I visited. I don't know if I've ever said it out loud, but it's above Flagstaff. It's called what's it called? Wow. Can somebody help me out? I want to say it, but I'm going to try to spell it. I can't remember. It begins with a W. But my point being is, it's just really interesting because of when you're reading that story, it was like, what do the stories play in this part
Mm.
of these soul wounds? And what would it be like to just know like something that you built might have crumbled, but it's like you had that experience there. Kotano manu tono shitita. And they're showing me kotano shitita, they're showing me people digging. Kotano shitita no ka? Anana ko shitita no ka ka na iwa. Ashtitana nana kita, like the, like archaeologists finding the stories. Mpano nana nashtitano kayewa. Ashtitano kayewa. And like part of like the grandmother's, I can feel people's heart spaces. Part of the grandmother's message is just like, there's so much, there's so many layers to all of the stories, but if you keep digging down, you're not going to look up.
Yeah.
They're kind of yelling at us.
I love it. And as you're saying that, I pulled the Dust Devil's card, which is about moving that stagnant. So in the digging of the, yeah, we do move through it.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason. I wear that sweatshirt all the time, but you think I could remember it?
And whereabouts is it?
If that's the place I'm thinking of, it was this really special place above Flagstaff, Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you go on this like side road that loops back to the highway or whatever. But it's so fun because you go through and you see Sunset Crater, and Sunset Crater, it's like so close to Flagstaff, but it's like barren and beautiful. And I think about like all of the stories and the history that's imprinted, energetically on the land. And then you drive through where the lava flow was. And I love that. I love like seeing all the craggy rocks and like chaos happened there. But then now there's things growing. And you go further up the road and then there's a special place there that at the W word place that I can't pronounce, that you hike down to, and it's this hole in the ground, and it's like the air either like blows up. And one time my dad looked over and his like hat blew off. He didn't know. I didn't tell him what was going to happen because you don't know it's windy until you put your head over it. But yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, sorry, a little tangent there.
Oh, I love it. I love those tangents. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
JMS Martin, their comment is standing out. I'm at 536.
Okay, thank you. 12 years later. Wait, what time did you say? Okay. 5
Pacific time.
Oh no. Now I have to do math. Great. Thanks.
Let's see.
Well, what is the question? Do you see it?
It says, I'm healing a past life wound with a twin flame. We are communicating through song.
Ooh.
I know, and it felt really beautiful. And they were answering that as I was reading it, that inspiration is one of the ways that we can repair, because we need to be aware of, we're not downplaying it, they're saying, but the simplicity around moving through wound and actually healing. And so they want to give examples and inspiration, that vibration. We are the joyful muse in that. And so inspiration is a way to work through that. And music, of course, very inspiring. So they wanted to highlight that one, JMS. Yeah.
And I love it through the creativity and the music, because that's what I think that's the key, is that when they were showing me the waves and healing the soul wounds, and they were showing me the piano keys, like there's music, like a resonance, a sound. And I love that thought of working with your twin flame. I have a twin flame. They're not so easy. They're not so easy. I'm not so easy.
Yeah.
Not just them, me. We're not so easy.
High five to that one. Oh, Dakota Kelt, are you in Canada? I'm in Canada. I'm curious. Oh, and Serena's comment, that's interesting. That one's just fresh.
Thank you.
Ah.
I work with the Akashic records to remove interferences. Ooh, I like that word. Preventing the soul from fully, oh, what a great way to put it, from fully expressing. These come from current or past lives. Yes. I would call it.
Yes.
That is what I would call it. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And they wrote this earlier around when we were talking about we can remove our own soul wounds. They said the language can vary. The language can vary around it. Thanks for putting in those words.
I'm going to write that down, actually.
It's a good one.
Preventing the soul from fully expressing. I love it. I love thinking about it like a door.
Yeah.
It is like there's nothing around the door. It's just there's a door right there in front of you. Right in front of you. And it's just like, I would think there's multiple ways, like push the door down, step to the side, jump over it. It's not just open the door. I love playing around.
When you were starting to explain about that place in Arizona, and then with the music and giving people examples, it's like we start to create this maze, but it's like there's multiple ways in and out of it. So it's like there's all of these openings. So it's like they want to take us out of this into that expansion to really see it. Yeah. Nice to see you, Serena.
Anne's asking you out for a fun time.
Me? Moi?
Yeah. Peter Gabriel.
Oh my goodness. Do you know that I love Peter Gabriel's music?
Well, there you go.
And Heart. Oh my goodness. So good. I love Peter Gabriel. I love his music. I like it when he sings with was it Kate Bush? I think that duet. I think I'm right in that one. So good.
A new trajectory. God, I love your vocabulary. Yes. A new trajectory. Yes. Yeah, it's not like it's a new beginning. It's just like, let's go that way.
Over there, silly.
Over there.
Get your arse over there.
Ooh, Richie. We should just have Richie on this show.
Totally.
Richie, does the subject have a tie or connection to the earth? Like we're a part of the earth, and if we heal ourselves, we heal the earth at the same time. Maybe I'm wrong. I keep feeling a connection to the earth.
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely bits and pieces connected is what they're showing me. It's I don't see like a stream of connection, but I almost feel as if the earth has a part to play in this, because earth does such a good job. Soil, water, lava, I feel like the earth does have a lot of a connection with us, if that makes sense. I see us as humans just like Mother Earth is just showing me like how humans are just there's so many distractions and things right in front of them, and they're like, just look above them and look at the horizon. It's almost like these things that are right in front of us, like jobs, cars, insurance, bills, um, trying to take care of family. There's like they're just saying like there's a lot of chatter right in front of us, and it's almost as if sifting through the stories that are more important tano tanoshtita for your well-being, that like your mano na tanoshtita ye tano katanashtita. They're like sifting through those distractions. And the earth does love to accept those things that fall down, that are no longer a part of your vibration. But they're just reminding us, like the Mother Earth is just reminding us to what is important. Almost as if we were a river and there were like a ton of rocks and debris and stuff in front of us. They're like, it's okay because our water's going to find a way to the horizon. The water's going to find a way to the ocean. It's almost like kind of like sift through some of that debris that you have in your life would be a good thing.
I love it. And that, because I was questioning, like, why are you showing me it in this way? And and Mother Earth is showing, she's representing herself as the heart in this. And so in the heart, and then as you're talking about the river, it's like the arteries going to the heart. We're all instrumental in this.
Yeah.
So yes, there is that connection. Thank you for that. Yeah. She sees herself as the heart.
I love reading things about how people came up with, like I visited this place, like different chakras on the earth. And I visited a place called Morea. It's outside of, it's near Bora Bora, outside of, I think it's Tahiti. And that was like considered a heart chakra. Like before I got there, like a couple of years before, I guess some people had gone there to, open it up a little bit more. I love thinking about the earth like that.
I'm saying hello on my channel. I forgot that I could open up that.
Yeah, and see, I see it too. I see it right here. That's great.
It's so good. I
So
love
it's
that.
really fun.
I love the more just connecting with more people. That's always been my, that's always been my way.
Yeah, because I'll look, and if you're a guest on someone's channel that I haven't subscribed to yet, then I'll miss it if I didn't see your notifications. So it's really I love this. It's brilliant.
Yeah, this was absolutely,
the
earth heals us, that's for sure. Yeah, the healing, this healing through us showing love, forgiveness, and joy. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I meant to click you. Where'd you go? There you are. Yeah, Peggy's talking about the vortexes and how wonderful they feel. I agree. So what would we like to do about the topic is everything. With soul wounds. So if we think about the wave, I kind of feel like we all need to come together. I think that we all need to come together for this last part, if you're okay with that. Are you guys okay with that as well? Thinking about soul wounds, thinking about maybe some of what, what was she saying? I said I was going to write it down, and all I wrote down was 2 letters. But something to change your trajectory, and how she said it beautifully. Kind of like setting down some of those things that we're either aware of or unaware of, kind of just like trusting our soul self and trusting our soul self to lay things down, like having the earth help us, like lay these things down on the earth. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels good.
Yeah,
That
let's come
feels
together.
so good.
Yes,
It
Jem.
feels so good.
Okay. So, and I feel like there's way more people here than what we're seeing in the chat. So these are either people that this is, I don't know if it's going out telepathically or what. I'm just seeing this is going out really, really far. So if we just sit here with ourselves, and just breathe in and relax. Breathe in and let go of your day. Breathe in. Let go of your worries for now. Kuka, 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 yena tanashtita, yena tanashtita, yena tanashtita. Seeing yourself sitting on the earth. Ato tanashtita no tanatanaki. Eya yena tanashtita. In the most comfortable way. Ina tutoshtita no kayewa. And the soil is supporting us, and it's the most beautiful soil. Lots of things have come through there. Trees have fallen, leaves have fallen, the earth has taken care of it as time goes. The rain has fallen, the snow possibly. Some animals have come along and scratched at this earth. Lots and lots of these beautiful energy stories around you. And while we're sitting there and just feeling the energy around you in this forest, I'm seeing the earth is offering its healing properties, its transmutation, to help you release things right now that you may be carrying, burdens, stories from another place, another time. They say that there are these gems that are hidden, or not hidden, but kept inside of us. And they say that the earth would really like to help energize these the way earth does. They say we know crystals. We know gems. We know how to grow them. We know the recipe. But we might need to let some of that stuff go that's ready to go, that's going to be chipped off of us, things that are going to be flowing away in this wave. And they said, what would a wave look like if it was made out of the earth? Like a ripple in the earth. They say, human, earthling, that's how powerful you are. Your energy is that powerful. And while we're sitting on this earth, if you feel called to, go ahead and give permission for the soul. Tano tano nana kita yita, calling to our soul. Kuta kuta kita yina, ishtitano na kita noa yiwa. The soul's like out there playing, having fun. Utana ishtita. It's like a mother, a grandmother calling it, hey, atutano ishtitano tano ka yewa, nuna focus. Ishtitana yewa mamaka yewa. Ena tano ishtita, yena tano ishtita. The human would like to know what the soul would like to share right now. For growth, Panukashtita no kayewa. Inatanashtita. So seeing our soul, uiwa, what does it look like? How big is it? Tatutanushtita na tanakita yewa. Manana. Itanui mama yena tanushtita. Itanuka yewa. Ntanuka yewa. How would our soul, kutanushtita, guide us, pantotanushtita, to release what we need to release at this time, panotanushtita no kayewa, and to have our gems, our gifts, these special things, kuiwa tutanushtita, be cleansed, patotano kayewa, and the vibrations felt, uka kukakiwa, waking them up, the awakening, otanoka tanatana kukakiwa, mpanutano kayewa. Yetano, patotano shtitano kayewa, ashtitano, atutano kayewa, natano kaishtitano kayewa, manananananana, mama 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 yewa, yewa, clearing, releasing, working on yourself. Paui, tanui, 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 tanui. Tanui, tanui. Tanui. Seeing it fall away. Say it. Lutanukano tanushtitam. Yenatu. Opening up like you're the petal sitting on the earth. These things are patutanoshtita. The petals are falling down. Tutanoshtita no kayewa. Manonana. All in good time. Patutanoshtita. Breathing. Releasing. Kui, 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 kui. Katanashtita. Tanoshtita. And if you're the thing in the middle of these petals, that means you're the seed, you're the heart. Tanuka, tanuka, etanoma. How beautiful to be a seed and to have those petals know that it's time to patutanushtita, patutano, to help you emerge, panutanush, to be seen, anotanushtita, to be felt, tatatanoshtita, for you to feel. Feel the sun, feel the wind. Are these gems inside our own soul seeds? Aoki, 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 aoki. Anotanushtita. Relaxing with the soul, relaxing with the earth. Also seeing if we can connect to the other people as one, seeing them around us, with the one light in front of us. So sitting around and noticing there are other people sitting here on the forest floor. Ashtita, their petals are so beautiful and so colorful. Etanoshtita, and so unique to them. Panutanoshtita yewa. Some of them are have sharp points, and some of them are white with blue. Kototanoshtita, what do you see? Ayena tanoshtita. And seeing the soul, ui tanoshtita, is it a sound? Is it a color? Whatever it is, tutanoshtita, see everyone else's, itanoka nakayiwa. And in the middle there's a great fire, otanoshtitanotana, the great fire, panotanoshtita, where things are talked about, chatted about, patutano katanoshtita, sitting at the great fire, kota, 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 ishtitano kayiwa, inatano kayiwa. And just letting ourselves know that being soul-led, patotanoshtita, it's okay to put things in this fire that we're ready to transmute, to let go of, things we're aware of and unaware of from the beginning of our time to now. Good job. Ano takuka itano uoshtitano kayewa. I can see people throwing a huge amount of stuff in. They're like, and take this and take that, take
Mm-hmm.
this and take that. Let's unload this, unload that. And you know what? I don't even know what this is, but yeah, take that. Ito no shita no kaiwa. Good job. Mpa no ta no kaiwa. Good job. What a beautiful experiment. Antota no shita. Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
Mm.
So good. They were reminding me a few days ago, I was driving and I came across all of these turkeys, all of these wild turkeys, just like everywhere. And I stopped the car in the middle of the road and I took a picture of these turkeys, and I maybe watched for about 2 minutes. And then I carried on, and then I was driving and I had about a half an hour drive to come home. And I was like, what was the message there? And it was me to be in the recognition of how much I give, and making contribution and being in service. And that's my life purpose. And also in that, the reminder to do that for myself. And so they're reminding us in that they're going back to the part about, first of all, they wanted to say that we're on the right path. When we question, are we on the right path? Just simply answer yes. We can do
Yes.
that for ourselves, and that we are able to remove our own soul wounds. And so I pulled 2 cards, and out comes the turkey again, and it says give with gratitude and grace. And so that's that duality of being in service and service for ourselves. And then the health card, and if you
Beautiful.
they broke it up and they said, and I was like, how clever, I missed this one, but it's heal thyself is what they're saying. So it's heal
Yes.
thyself, and it says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So it just speaks to what Tutah was saying. And there's something about the lithium quartz. When you were talking, when Tutah was talking about the soul seeds and the gems,
Yep.
I saw lithium quartz
Okay.
for everybody. So take the energy of the lithium quartz to further this healing.
Oh, that feels good. I feel like a huge release collectively,
Mhm.
and for myself too. Just in the solar plexus area, it makes sense why that's been coming up lately. It's like and it was like this feeling, like a burning feeling, where this like burn has come through. I actually feel like the flame was in my solar plexus, and I can feel it change. It's really neat. And I also have had these cards on my desk for about a month. And I like to do in shaman school, what we did is Alberto Vialdo picked like 3 cards out of this deck. And you're supposed to write a story. And so you write the story, and it begins with, I think it was, um, um, how did it go? A healer went on an adventure. It would always have a beginning like that. And so these are the 3 cards I picked, and I'm like, I can't share this with anybody, but this is the first guy, right? Like, can
Wands.
you guys see he's like proud? He's like even sitting, like leaning back a little bit, like he's the shit, right? And then I don't know if you can see it, but there's faces in the background, and the people in the background are just like bored. They're so bored. And he's just like regal, right? And this is the second part of the story. This guy comes in dressed as a fool, steals all of the like these things that he's carrying, just
So
takes it away. And then this is no joke. This is the last card Spirit gave me. And it's the same guy. Look,
mission complete.
he's got the robe and the yellow. It's the same guy.
So good.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, yeah, the ego
Mm.
or something. I'm like, something is gonna change. And I feel like finally out those loose stories just fixed themselves. Okay. What did you guys? Oh, Annie Bear, 7 Feathers was crying. Crying is such a great, I feel like the earth does like it when we cry. Yeah.
Someone was asking what cards I think this is the one, if you're referring to this one, from the Soul's Journey, James von Prague. I love it. It's all the feels, all the emotions. Yeah, lots of lesson in that. And then someone was asking about the event. The event I'm doing is with Debbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's with Debbie. Tomorrow is sold out, but we've done a second one, April 22nd. A nice intimate evening, 2.5 hours. So thank you, Sharon Sight, for putting that in the
chat. I get to practice this then.
Love
this
it.
is where you can find more information.
So good.
I'm so proud of myself. It's my first ticker.
Look at that ticker go.
Look at it. Quick, write it down before it passes.
So good.
But that's Kevin's website. And then Kevin, you also opened up, I loved watching the video about, is it the membership?
Yes, the membership club. Yeah. I want to rename it because I don't like I get it, but I want to revamp that.
Yeah.
I want to high vibe and it's just it's intimate and it's a way of connecting just in a different way, which feels really good. So I'm excited. I'm really excited.
It seems like more intimate. It's something that you guys would join through YouTube, right?
Yeah.
And but the things you were saying about having special guests and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my God, it's so fun. And but and doing just having an opportunity to.
I love bringing people together, and I love showcasing other people because I feel like the magic happens. That's the gift, y'all. It's like these abilities we all have them. And when we come together and we're in the conversation and we share, nothing makes me happier. My heart becomes so happy when we're in that space. So it will be wonderful.
Yeah, you could call it, the gathering of the souls, or soul good, like you said.
Good. Yes, maybe that's the name. I love it. Thanks, Joe.
And then,
thanks, Water Lily.
Here's some feelings, some of the things people were experiencing. Richie was holding his soul seed and it sprouted. I was told to plant it. It's time. Yay!
That's it. That was because I said, tell me who this is for. So it's the patience aspect. They want us to be patient. That is the soul seed.
Good.
Richie, your abilities, Richie.
That's so good.
It's so good. So good. Yeah. You are on the right path. We all are.
This is one of the things, Peggy. Yes. Coughing. Yeah. When you're releasing things, I cough so hard sometimes, like I gag if it's a big thing. I have a friend who just burps when they're doing their energy release.
Thanks, Diana. So kind.
I was spinning pink and white energy, like the center of flower petals. Then you started talking about petals. Isn't that cool? It was so fun and magical. I love it when that happens. Oh, this person's going to be in you and Debbie's thing, I think.
Oh, wonderful. So happy to have you, Brick.
Oh, hey, what is this about? Turkey is the Dakota symbol of giving. They call it the giving away bird. Someone who had passed attached to me and tried to tell me by showing me the turkey card every time I drew.
Wow, Dakota Deb. I love that.
I have wild turkeys here. I'll go out and I'll be like whistling to my dog and it scares the turkeys. And there's like all of this noise. I'm like, that's the cool. Can we do that again? And it only happens once because then they know.
This was him. Like, I got good pictures.
Whoa,
proud. I was like, he was strutting his stuff, and
that is so neat.
Doing the dance.
toning along, very healing. I love the idea. I love the forest. And then they're like, let's suck them in. And I'm like, I don't know. There might be some people here who do not want to visualize getting sucked into the earth. I'm not sure, but they're like, okay, let's ripple it then. So yeah, thank you everybody for sneezing when you release. Yeah, that happens too. The back-to-back ones are really funny when someone else is doing it. Not when I'm doing it though. But yeah, thank you everybody for showing up and sharing all those comments. I love it, being a part of it. 50 turkeys walked by. I can't imagine, because there's probably about 30 of them here.
Yes.
That's just sound. And we have quail too that walk by. They're like, is it safe?
Yeah,
is it safe? I don't know. Is it
run.
safe?
They're like, run, go quick, hurry.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Everybody retreat. But yeah, thank you so much, Kevin, for coming out.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Having a conversation.
So good.
So neat. Yeah.
So good.
Okay, do you have any, I know your class starts tomorrow, but do you have any lives coming up?
I am on
Sunday.
Crystal. I think that's her channel name. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock Pacific time. It's on my community page. And then
that was Butterfly Crystal. I talked over you.
Yes. Oh, it's okay. I think or Dragonfly Crystal.
Okay.
Yeah, on her channel tomorrow. Yeah, and that's that. And then I'll be skipping. I'm doing a workshop on Sunday, so I won't be on the couch. But I think Debbie and Lisa are going to shift the couch onto her channel. So
they're moving the couch.
Totally.
Putting on their work gloves.
Totally. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks for asking, JJ.
Yeah. All right. Well,
what are you doing?
Let's see. Sunday I'll be doing the meditation on someone's couch, and it won't be yours. It will be somebody else's. And so yeah, I'll do a meditation for that. And I haven't really done anything else. I was just so focused on today. Spirit's like focus. So, but if you hit the notifications, people will know what's going on in my world. But just want to say thank you, everybody. Thanks for being a part of it, and I hope you guys have a good night.
Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks, JJ.
Yeah, thank you.